Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to use Spline. Spline is a free 3D design software that allows you to create, edit, and export 3D objects, animations, and interactive experience directly in your web browser. So to get started, head to spline.design and then click Get Started, it's free. And then sign up with Google or an email account and then enter your name. And then answer the question, what will you use Spline for? Work, hobby, fun, education. Then enter your occupation and what describes you best. You can then invite members of your team to collaborate. You can follow some other community creators to get some inspiration. Then answer the question, have you used a 3D tool before? And how did you hear about Spline? And then select what you want to use Spline for and choose whether to join the newsletter. And to get started, we're going to click New File. So you're brought to this page, and this is where you're going to start building things. To move around this page, you're going to click Alt and drag, and that's going to rotate. You can zoom in with the scroll. And if you hold down the scroll button and move around, that moves the camera around. First thing we're going to do is delete this rectangle here. So we're going to drag and select, and then just press delete. And from the top bar up here, we're going to grab a cube. So we're just going to drag that in and place it there. On the left hand side, you've got all your objects, so you can see the cube that we just placed in here. And on the right hand side, we've got our settings. And down at the bottom, you can also change your view. So we're in orthographic at the moment, but we can change to perspective. And we can change the size and shape of this cube by dragging the corners like so to make it bigger, to make it flatter. If we hold shift while we're dragging, it keeps the same proportion, so it keeps it as a cube rather than turning it into a rectangular shape. If we go over to the right hand side, we can change the color in here. So I'm just going to make this white for now. And to show you how all the different tools work, I'm going to try and recreate that sort of pixelated rabbit that was on the home page. So I need to add another cube for the feet. I'm going to pop that in there. I'm going to make it narrower and flatter. And I'm going to click and drag it over. That looks about the right size, so I'm going to change the color so that it matches the body. So this is the first foot, and I want another one on this side, so I'm going to click on it, and it's highlighted on the left-hand side here. I'm going to right-click and go down to Duplicate. And then I'm going to use the red arrow just to slide that across to the other side. I'm just going to make this body and head block a little bit larger by pulling that piece up there. And I need some ears, so I'm going to need another rectangle. I'm going to make it smaller, and I'm going to move it over here. And push it back a little bit. And I'm going to make it white as well. And now I need to add a pink area within here to do the insides of the ears. So I'm going to grab the rectangle option. I'm just going to place that on that plane there. And I'm going to size it down. And I'm going to change the color to pink. And as all the cubes have rounded corners, I'm also going to round the corners here, which you can change up here at the top. About there looks good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag to select the cube and the rectangle. And I'm going to press Ctrl D to duplicate both of those. And then using the red arrow, I'm going to slide that one across to the other side. And that's starting to look good, but I want these ears to be at an angle. So I'm going to use this blue curve here. Click and drag, and that's just going to turn those ears on the side. I'm going to do the same with the other side, selecting them again, and then clicking and dragging like so. Next, I'm going to add a mouth, and I'm going to do that with a circle. So I'm going to pop that on that plane there, size it down, and hold shift so that it stays the same proportions and it doesn't turn into an oval. And I'm going to make that a sort of pinkish color. And then just like the one on the home page, I'm going to add some sunglasses. So we're going to use some rectangles to do that. Size them. I'm going to turn that black, and then I'm going to need another one of those. So I'm going to select it and press Control D, slide it across. And then I need a small piece going across the middle. So I'm just going to grab one of these again, and I'm going to duplicate it, slide it across, and then just make it a little bit smaller so that it fits like that. And finally, I'm going to add a little bit of a reflection on the corners of the glasses. So I'm going to do that again with a rectangle. Just popping that in, making it much smaller. And I'm going to turn that white. And I'm going to copy that over to the other side. And there we go. I've pretty quickly recreated the image from the homepage. Because it's a rabbit, I think it needs a little fluffy tail. So let's grab a sphere, place that in, make that a bit smaller. And there we go. That's much better. So as you can see, it is really easy to quickly build a 3D model in here. And if you wanted to export that, you just go up to the export button at the top, and you've got lots of different ways that you can export this from the web, Apple platform, just as a PNG or a video recording if you're animating it. And you just go ahead and click export, and that will download to your computer straight away. But yeah, this is a really fun and easy to use platform. So just have a play around with it and use all the different tools and see what you can make. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Thanks for watching.